Good evening, this is Rob Wilson. Welcome to the Euro-Dollar market preview for Friday, the 11th of May 2012. And going into this market, I'm a seller of pullbacks until or unless the market rallies above 129.65 with conviction. I'm also a buyer of strength down at 128.80. And if you want to know the method to my madness, then please bear with me and we'll get into it. Okay, look, let's start with a look at today's trading. We're looking at the 1 hour timescale here. I said yesterday evening that I expected a pullback of some description, and we got one. We managed to rally above this descending resistance line. We tried several times to get through 129.65. Ultimately, that was unsuccessful, and now we're now down, retesting 129.32, and that's to be expected as the market probes support now to see whether we're going to continue or this support is going to hold tomorrow, and we might then be in store for a steep pullback. A quick look at the news tomorrow reveals really that there is an awful lot going on. We got some sterling figures at 4:30. There's a tentative 10-year bond auction against sterling. Then some Canadian dollars figures at 8:30, and then the main figures really are the US numbers at 8:30. And some more at 9:55. So again, not much happening during London forenoon, but it starts to get fairly meaningful once North America opens. Well, that's all very well, but what does it mean? Well, obviously we need to get through overnight, but I think we've established a fairly meaningful floor for price at the moment at 129.20. I know we had a little dip down below there 2 days back. We got down as low as 129.10. If we fall through that level meaningfully and break down to the south, again, as I said before, the next support I see is around 128.80, and we could get there very quickly. But what if we don't? Well, look, tomorrow is Friday. We've fallen pretty much all week. Friday is habitually the day it reverses. And when I look up above price, I think that, these are my thoughts. If we fail to break through 129.20 when the main markets open tomorrow, if we aren't already south of them, there is a strong possibility that we'll come back up to test the top of this current range at 129.65. And if we get through there, then I'm just aware that there is a missed pivot which dates back to Tuesday, a daily missed pivot up at 130.14, which may prove something of a magnet to price. And would be, a reasonable finishing point for the week. So that is not out of the question. Okay, we are. So just to re-emphasize this, we are at the moment stuck in a range. Price is falling at the moment. I would be surprised if we fall, beyond this support level overnight, but that may be the case. If we do, then 128.80 is on tomorrow, and it may happen quite quickly. However, if this support level holds, then I think we're definitely going to take another look at 129.65. Okay, and if that gives on conviction and strength, then I think 130 is on, and potentially up to 130.16. That's all within the the realm of the possible tomorrow. Okay, super. Let's look at a summary. Okay, well, here we go. We're still, in terms of phase, we're still in this bear trend. It remains underway, but we're still alert to the possibility of a more pronounced pullback. In terms of structure, above price, we have resistance at 129.65, which I think is key, 130, 130.35, and 130.80. And even up as high as 131.20. Okay, I think that's probably a little bit too ambitious for tomorrow, but you never know. Support. Close support now at 129.20. Price is just 10 pips away. That may well go overnight. We'll have to see. And then below that, 128.80, and off we go to the downside. News. Not an awful lot going on during London forenoon. We've got some sterling numbers at 4:30 in this potential bond auction. And then once North America opens, we have some fairly meaningful Canadian and US numbers at 8:30 and 9:55 EST. So that could well provoke some action as we get into the US Open. So in terms of plan then, the short bias remains intact, but we're specifically watching support at 129.20 and resistance at 129.65. If we break north of 129.65 with conviction, then a run to the missed daily pivot at 130.16, I would say, is probable. I hope that helps. Tough day today in the markets, I think. Get some kip. Trade safe tomorrow. Don't end the week on a downer. That's all I have for the moment. If there's any more to say or update at 0300 EST, then of course I will do so. That's all I've got. If you don't trade tomorrow, have a cracking weekend. Wilson out.